Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Prescott on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14.
Hey, 47.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Wentz to throw. Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, 46.
Here's Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Here we go. 180. I got it. 47. He's tight right here.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And got his man complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 89 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Trent Taylor, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Marr on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns.
Now the defense loses him. It's complete. There he goes left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Kenny Golladay, 76 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the side.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. The give is to Elliott. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be 3rd down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Prescott looks to throw on first. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
It's our time.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Fletcher Cox, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Prescott. Looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Mike 55, Mike 55. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. You check Mike.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave him with a healthy distance still to go on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 180! Watch the flat, watch the flat, watch the flat! It's 357.
Working from the gun, Wentz throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Well, we've got a good divisional battle here tonight in the NFC East. Tomorrow night, we get one in the AFC East. The Patriots under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's a handoff to Barber. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to... Deshaun Jackson off to the races. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Focus, defense, focus.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10. At the nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nigel Bradham, his 2nd sack of the night.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
And the Cowboys, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Prescott to throw it. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They run on 2nd down with Adams. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Push him back. Keep playing hard.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
At the Eagles' 1-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Josh Adams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him.
Here we go,
On 1st down, this is Adams. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Josh Adams, the ball.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. On play action, Prescott.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Here we go. Mike 57. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Second down and goal. Prescott. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
55, Mike, 55. Kill. Mike 55, Mike 55. Defense wins championships, baby. 55, Mike 55.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing is Wentz. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Check back. Man 5-7.
To throw, it's Wentz. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off, Byron Jones. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
57, Mike 57.
Barber on 1st and 10. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Prescott from the gun. Dancing to his left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
Yeah, they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Marr now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wentz. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
This has been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
At the 30-yard line.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. He has still not connected on a single pass in this second half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wentz. Going up top for Miller. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46. Yard line.
Winston's pass intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hey, come on, we're going to 53. Come get some. Come on,
trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nigel Bradham able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Wentz going to throw. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Wentz to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. There he goes right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, 87 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. Go right in. 26.
They start on the ground with Adams. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Again, here's Adams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Prescott off play action. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3-and-out, and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 7-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 120. 55 to Mike. Here we go, D. All set.
Wentz now on 1st down. DeMarcus Lawrence, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
Second down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. In his own end zone, it's Wentz. Jackson's got it over the middle. And they work this out past the 25. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Hey, watch that. Check right here. Right 54. Let's make these babies cry. Let's go.
Wentz now to throw. Forced out to his left. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Evans. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On second down, it's Adams. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Prescott now from the 50. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott now. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. He had it online, gave it a pretty good ride too, but in the end, he's a victim of the crossbar.
And Brandon, you know kickers very well. I'll bet if we ask him after the game, he'll say he didn't get all of it. We've seen him hit from deeper than this in warm-ups. But here, he's a foot or so from clearing that bar.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
In your face.
Now Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Wentz. That's going to be caught. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles get a score closer.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Cowboys 42, Eagles 28.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On the handoff, this is Barber. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now they run out of the shotgun with Adams. Finds a seam inside the 40. And down right around the 37. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. On 2nd down, Barber. Tackle made there by Zach Brown. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking up play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you can see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. They'll run here with Barber. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Watch out, watch out.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cowboys, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So